What's going on, everyone? It is Dan here at Tech Marketer with your weekly newsletter yet again. So last week took kind of a holistic approach to it. This week I'm back in an actual step-by-step how to do something inside of Zapier. This time we are going to look at paths inside of Zapier. I know a lot of agents look at Zapier and there is a steep learning curve, so they run face first into it and not know what to do, and they just immediately throw their hands up and quit. But if you just kind of break it down into simple, smaller steps, it can be a very, very powerful tool, and it can be very intuitive to use, especially using something like a path. So what is a path, right? A path is when you need, if it has option A to go down this way, option B to go down that way, right? An example of that would be on an intake form. So I have a very, very basic, obviously, intake form here, name, email, phone, and then which line of business they're getting quotes on. So as you can imagine, the paths are going to be auto and home. But what happens if they select auto and home? Then we have a third path, right? So let's take a look at how I set that up. So first of all, I connected my trigger in Gravity Forms here. It is just the form submission for that form, right? Then the next step, I hit this little add step here and I hit path, right? And I just type it in. It's also on the right-hand side as soon as you open it up, right? So if I open this up, you can see path right here, okay? It's going to default to have two paths. I had to hit this little plus to add a third path to it, right? Obviously, I don't need that one, so I can delete it. I also highly, highly recommend renaming your paths. If you notice that came up as path D, it's just going to say A, B, C, D. So if you click these three dots, you can hit rename, right? So I know this is going to be my auto, that's going to be my home, and that's going to be both. Now, how do you set it up to go into the correct pipe? Well, when you click on these path conditions, it will tell you, you get to decide, you tell Zapier what you want, what the criteria to be in order for it to come through. So in this one here, right, I've got it set for only continue if which line of business, which I just selected from the first step here, right? So if I type in which line of business, right here, I select that. I want to say that it contains, and you can see there's a ton of different options in here. I want it to contain auto, but you notice that they could select both. So I don't want it to have home. This is my auto only. So I come down here and I click this and, right? That's how I got the second one. Same thing, which line of business? Did it same way over here. Then the next one is text does not contain home. So since my sample one had auto and home, if I were to run this filter, it's not going to go through, and that's good. That's what I want. Same thing over here with home, right? Except in reverse. I want it to contain home and not contain auto. So again, if I retest this filter, boom. And this isn't case sensitive either, by the way. If you look at, this which line of business, you can see that it's capitalized. It doesn't matter. It's going to pick it up. It's not case sensitive. The comma doesn't matter or anything like that either. So again, that one didn't go through. Now for both, slightly different. Which line of business contains auto, and I need it to fit both criteria. Which line of business contains home? So it has to fit both of them, right? So I test it again. Boom, it's got both in there. Now you can create an or if you have something where if it contains auto or personal auto, something like that, then it can go through home or homeowners. It can go through, right? You can have an or rule in there as well in order to make the criteria fit. Now from here, I'm setting up my actions. What do I want it to do next, right? So I can set it to go to Agency Zoom, to Better Agency, to InsuredMine, to whatever my CRM is, right? And it can create that lead and start that automation. So as soon as they submit this form, it's going through this app, it's kicking out to into my CRM, and where my automation is automatically going to pick them up. Now, depending on which CRM you're using, you can actually reference if they are home, auto, or both, right? And the automations that go out say, we've received your request for an auto quote. One of our team members will be calling shortly, or home quote, or auto and home quote, whatever. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. Now, if you've never done paths before, I would keep it very, very simple. You can add as many as 3 paths just out of the box from Zapier, but I would warn you to be very careful. It can get very complicated if you don't know what you're doing. And also, there is a 100-step limit. Sounds like a lot inside of a Zap, especially since we only have a few here, but each path is a step, right? So you can see I'm already at 8, and all I've done is submit a form and filter through a path, and I haven't even done anything with it yet. So that 100 can get to you pretty quickly. So Hopefully that made a little bit of sense and helps you if you have never used a path inside of Zapier before. It's basically just a filter that has two options. That's all it is, or three, or four, or five, or whatever you want it to do, however many you want it to go through. So that is this week's newsletter. I will be back next week with some more tips and tricks. Take care, guys.